Gus, thanks for joining us. The start of the league campaign's obviously upon us now. Can you get your thoughts on how pre-seasons went and the Betfred Cup as well?
Pre-season's all about players trying to get fit, sharper, and be ready for the start of the season. I'm delighted with the way it's went. A little bit frustrated that 2 or 3 of them have picked up injuries, which you don't want. You want everybody to be available for selection. But as I say, we've got 2 or 3 that will be missing. But over the piece, even the Betfred competition has went as well as we could have hoped for. Being, as I've always said, trying to be competitive, against 2 SPL teams. A team that last season was in the championship. We've obviously won our game against Spartans, but that was a tough test as well, and they had a fantastic campaign in there as well. So over the piece, looking at our group, we can only be happy, but we know it changes completely, for the remainder of the season now. It's the real stuff now, and everybody has got to have exactly the same desire is the word that we'll be expressing to the players, for these games in the league, as they showed when they were playing against SPL opposition.
It's been a fairly busy summer for you, busy recruitment period, 24 players in the squad just now. Is there areas you still feel you wish to strengthen before the end of the transfer window?
Yeah, we would still like to bring some players in. I think it doesn't matter what age the players are. I think there's younger players, there's some older players there, but it doesn't really matter. They're Queen's Park players, and it doesn't matter at their age, and that's the beauty of this football club. We've only got to look at young Michael Ruth last season, who was only 16 when he played in the first team. So it doesn't matter. Every one of them has got to show the right attitude and be ready, when required, when the team selection comes around. So we've got a healthy squad. The development team, the boys that have been in game, played last night against Kilmarnock again as well. So everybody's getting up to speed, and it's served the objective that what we're looking for.
Of the squad of 24, 13 of them are new to the team. How do you feel they've settled in so far?
Yeah, they seem to have, not just in the games but in training as well. They're starting to get to know each other. It's difficult at any part-time club, but more so here because there is such a big turnaround of players. But you've only got them 2 nights a week, and it's difficult, to get the perfect team spirit. The best thing for team spirit is winning games and working hard. And I think we've shown we've got the working hard bit. We now want to go and win games because that's what we're all about, and what these guys want to do as well. They want to win.
You've also promoted 3 players for the youth squad into the first team, namely Calvin McGrory, James Grant and Ali Miller. What's your hopes or expectations for them for the season ahead?
It's just the same. It's not as if there has been an obvious promotion as such. It's just a case of they're younger players who will get an opportunity. As I said, mentioned Michael Ruth as well. The age is no barrier at this club. If they're doing well enough, they will get an opportunity. They're competing for places. That's what it is. We've stressed that to all the young players. They've all done the pre-season, or exactly the same pre-season as the first team group. So it's then up to them to show that they're ready, if required, to come in and play for the first team.
And turn your thoughts to the league campaign ahead. It's undoubtedly going to be a difficult season. Peterhead and Clyde been touted as early favourites for the league. What's your own hopes for the season ahead?
I think we've said from day one that we just wanted to be competitive. As soon as we walked into the door at Queen's Park, even prior to me coming, it's been a good period for the club over the last 10 years and been able to get into playoffs. We were fortunate enough to get promotion. We were able to stay in League One. Unfortunately, we go back down again, but we still want to be competitive. And I think from what we've seen in the pre-season, it certainly looks the case that there's competition for places, and there's a good attitude amongst the players. So it'll be tough. There's strong squads elsewhere. I mean, you've mentioned Peterhead, Clyde, still in Albion were in the playoffs last season. they're the obvious ones you think would be at the top end of the table. We believe that if we can stay clear of sort of longer term injuries with the squad that we've got, we can be at that end of the table. But you can only achieve that by hard work, you know, and winning games, and that's what we want to try and do.
We obviously start the campaign on Saturday away to Peterhead. That'll be one of the more difficult matches, I would imagine, as this season comes.
Everybody's sort of grimaced when they saw that Peterhead away in the first game. It doesn't matter when you play Peterhead, you know, whether it was the first game, the last game, or somewhere in between, it is always going to be a difficult game up there. They've got a fantastic home record, and they've got a lot of experience. They've got a really good manager, good experience there, has achieved a lot in the game, both playing and managing. So it'll be a tough game, we know that, but I think those last two games against St Mirren and Kilmarnock will hopefully put us in the right frame of mind, because the attitude has got to be exactly the same as it was in those games, going up to Peterhead. We can't, you know, take our foot off the gas in any shape or form. If we do that, we will be competitive.
Thanks very much, Gus.
Cheers, Sean.
Thank you.